People don't want to acknowledge this, but maintaining a relationship is so damn hard, you know? I think we all take relationships for granted. As you all know, my parents have just come to visit me for a couple of weeks. I'm seeing them, most of them in the same place for a long time now. This is probably the first time in, say, 3 or 4 years that all four of us, my mom, my dad, my sister, and I are in the same place at the same time. And who knows if there will be more chances like this in the future. But yeah, I just finished the gym and I'm just sitting here in the middle of this park thinking, which is something I do very well. Just thinking, you know. Why did I say that maintaining a relationship is so hard? There's a level of effort required for you to maintain a relationship. People just think when you're in a relationship, it's take, but it's not like that. It's a two-way street. Both parties have to reciprocate. You all have to put in the effort. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships here. Just thinking about the relationships in my life, I realized how much I and the other person has to put in the effort to maintain this relationship. And yeah, my parents made me realize this. You know, when you live with somebody, you sort of have to rearrange your life a little bit. If you want to live with somebody, you have to compromise. You have to rearrange your schedule in order to meet the other person's schedule. And I'm sure this is the same with living with your significant others. I don't have a girlfriend, but already, man, just living with my family at this moment, I realize how freaking hard it is. How freaking hard it is to live with my parents, to live with my family. And it can only be the same It can only be the same if I live with my, say, girlfriend or wife in the future. Every single thing you do takes longer. Going to the toilets, the fact that there are other people in the same house sharing the same toilet, your morning routine is somewhat disrupted. If you go to work, you have your sort of routine before work, and now it's all, I don't know, it's all changed. But then the benefits is that your mom cooks for you. Your mom cleans for you. Your mom does your laundry. And that's beautiful. And I don't think my mom gets the chance to do this very often from now on as we become adults and we start to live away from home. I don't think my mom will have that many opportunities to treat us as her babies anymore, you know? So I'll give her that chance. Even though there are other aspects of my life in which I had to put on hold, so to speak. I'm going to this Bible study exam tonight at some friend's house. And my mom doesn't know it yet. I told you guys before, my mom, my dad, they're not Christians. My mom is sort of anti-religion, to be honest. She screams at the thought of me becoming somewhat religious. So I'm not going to mention this to her. I'm just gonna tell her I'm going to a friend's house. And that's the truth. I'm not lying. I just don't tell the whole truth. That's not lying. It's not the right time right now. But yeah, like I said, maintaining a relationship is so damn hard. People don't realize this. People think that just because your parents gave birth to you, and I mean, your parents, they don't really expect anything from you because they are your parents and you are their babies. They don't expect you to pay them back for giving birth to you, for raising you. That's certainly not the case with my parents anyways. My mom and dad straight up told me one day they don't expect anything from us. They just want us to be happy. They just want us to do well for ourselves, to feel fulfilled in this life. They don't expect any sort of compensation. They don't expect us to look after them when they get old. And I think it's the same for most people's parents anyways. Once you turn 18, you leave house, that's it, that's the end. You don't got to look after your parents anymore. That's the case with a lot of people's parents. And that's especially the case with the people here in Australia. They have nursing homes. When their parents get old, you just send them to nursing homes, man. You don't got to look after them. The government is going to look after your parents. I don't know. It feels weird to me. It feels weird for me to leave my parents behind. Like I said, maintaining a relationship is really hard. And I mean, if I just live by myself, it's so easy. It's so freaking easy. What do I gotta do for myself? Wake up, have some breakfast, go to the gym, go to work, go walk the dog, that's it. But when your parents visit you, your morning routine is sort of broken up. You wake up, your mom makes you breakfast, you take your sister to work, you have to take your parents for grocery shopping because their dietary requirement is different to yours. They like to eat different types of food. My mom especially, she likes to cook big meals, whereas I like to cook really simple meals, something that takes less than half an hour. You know, our Vietnamese people really like cooking, really like big meals. We have to have a full course meal every single time we sit down on a table to eat. Eating is a big thing in our culture. Compared to the Australians, they just eat so that they can keep going. But we eat because we enjoy it. We eat because we want to talk to others. It's a social thing. What else? Even walking outside in the streets, in the city, in this little town, my mom loves taking photos. And not just photos of scenery. She loves taking photos of flowers. Flowers, man. How strange. Every single time we stop by a bush, she would take ages to snap some photos. That's why I'm saying maintaining a relationship is so hard. You have to know what others like. You have to compromise. And that's the beauty of it. It might be annoying at that time, but now I realized it's so freaking beautiful to be spending time with my family, man. My dad, he's getting old. I think both of my parents, they're becoming elderly, and my mom is showing signs of early dementia, and it's sad, but that's true. That's just life, man. You grow up, you grow old, you get dementia, you die. That's why I believe in God, man. I believe in something else after you die. No, I believe in something that is already happening right here, right now, when I'm living. There is a heaven on earth. But for those who have fallen asleep, you're not left behind. You can still be with God, you know? But the time is not right yet. Yeah, man, my parents are getting old. My dad, he can't drive anymore. Just then, this afternoon, I had to go complete a job. I work as an interpreter as well. It's funny because I don't even speak Vietnamese that well. But anyways, I can't say anything else because patient clients confidentiality. But yeah, my dad, he can't even drive properly anymore, man. He nearly crashed. Just goes to show how time is very persistent. Time keeps on rolling, even though we don't want to keep going. Time just keeps on rolling. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I guess I feel grateful for my parents. I feel grateful for the time that we get to spend together because I know I won't have that many opportunities later on. But I will make time. I will keep making time for my parents, even though it takes a lot of time, even though they take longer to do stuff. But yeah, I love my family, and that's why I'm doing this. It's not about me, you know. I know I want to do things. I know what I want to do. But yeah, spending time with my family is so precious, man. And I think it's gonna be the same when I get married. And when I have children, I've got to be there for them, you know? It's not always about me all the time. As always, if you're still watching, stay strong, God bless, I love you. And if you're still watching, and if your parents are still alive, call them. Tell them you love your parents. That's it. Stay strong, God bless, I love you. And until next time.